I did spend some time in the South, though, and that was nice, doing shows. Is anyone from the South in here? Yeah? Where are you from, lady friend?
I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana, that's the South, for sure. Yeah. Because sometimes people will pull like a Texas on me, and I'm like, no, nobody wants Texas. Not the West or the South. I was in Louisiana. I drove through like Georgia, Mississippi, and I was driving by myself, and I kept having these moments where I'm like, this place confuses me because it has such a horrible history. But then it's kind of like Portland in a way where it's like, you know, like it's so beautiful and like everyone's so nice if you're white. And I was driving, like you guys got really interesting there. Just a lot of Portland natives being like, we don't do that. Yes, you do. You're super fucking racist. I don't know. I didn't invent it. And I kept finding myself driving through the South and stopping to admire these gorgeous plantation homes. That is a fucked up feeling. Like, plantation homes in the South, to me, are a lot like the Kardashian sisters. Where, like, it's something that I see, and I'm like, oh my God, those are so beautiful. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to like that. A lot of black lives were ruined in there. Fucking awe me one more time, I'll burn down this whole building. It brought back a memory for me though, because on that trip, because I remember the second in my childhood that I found out what slavery was, okay? And it's fucked up. Someone has to teach you that. And, like, also, like, let's make it clear. As I said, I grew up in the Baptist church, so I knew that slavery was a word, right? Because I knew that there had been slaves in the Bible and that Princess Leia had been one for a while. And both of those stories were made up. So I just wasn't concerned about slavery as a thing because I didn't know that it was real, and I had to find out in the hardest way because my favorite person in the world had to tell me. My favorite person in the world when I was a kid was my first grade teacher, and this is how I found out about slavery. I was getting into my teacher's car to go to a field trip, right? I'm getting into the back seat with two other students, both boys. They're both black. My first grade teacher was black. I'm getting into the car, and I'm flirting with one of the boys hard, okay? Started pretty early, all right? Just a young slut making her way in the world. The problem is, I was flirting with the boy. Like, you flirt when you're a 6-year-old girl, you know, just by trying to control him. Because you learn how to talk to men at home from your mother. And, okay, couple married people, cool. So I'm flirting with this boy, and I'm getting so frustrated because he won't do what I want, and he's like the first love of my life. Like, I loved him so much, and eventually I just get so heated that I grab this other kid, and I go, well, if you're not going to listen to me, I'm going to make you a slave. I know, he's a pretty cute kid. Very cute. My teacher was so awesome because she made it a teachable moment, but at first she did that thing where, like, a kid says something so awful that you can't not laugh. You know? She's like, oh, God, no. Ooh, do not. All right. It's like, I don't care who you are. If you are a black woman and you teach first grade and you have to take care of this shitty little ginger girl and she just got into your own vehicle and then threatened to enslave all the black children, that's just a good day at work. That's just funny. That's like a 2-bottle of wine night, you know? Like, you earned it. But she did get serious, and eventually she was like, Amy, you really cannot say that to him. And I said, why not? And she goes, well, Amy, because at one point, some black people in America were slaves. And I go, oh my God. Who did it? She said, bad news. It was white people. And I just start sobbing and apologizing, and I'm like, oh my God. Like, white people I'm related to? She goes, no, sweetheart, no, calm down, no. Like, white people who could afford to own shit. There were no slaves on layaway. Your family's probably fine.